Hi, 8th grade, it's Mrs. Shira, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing periodical databases and showing you how to access the ones that we have at St. Athanasius School Library. So a periodical is a work that's published on a regular basis, such as a newspaper, magazine, or a professional or scholarly journal. And if you are familiar with the Spanish word periódico, you can see it's the same root word. Periódico is a newspaper. It's the idea that whatever is being published on a regular schedule of some sort, as opposed to a book that's only published once. And maybe more editions will be published in the future, but that's not necessarily the plan. Whereas with a periodical, new issues are being released on a regular basis. A periodical database is a collection of online journals that can be searched for articles. So basically, the way a periodical database works is that they collect a bunch of different periodicals, magazines, newspapers, etc., and they have them all together in one collection that you can search with a search bar. So it makes it a lot easier to find articles that are related to your subject. There are many different databases, and sometimes they're specific to a certain subject, but not always. And so when you're searching a periodical database, you're looking for a record of a specific article. Now, in some databases, they don't give you the full text of the article that you're looking for, but they will at the very least give you a citation. So if you've already seen the video that I made about how to make your own citations, some databases will just give you a citation, and then you have to go find the magazine article or newspaper article or whatever it is on your own outside of the database. In those databases, you're just looking for the information so that you can find the article. Some databases will also give you an abstract, which is sort of like a summary, a type of summary that tells you the article's content. And many databases will give you the full text of the article as well. So now I'm going to show you how to access the databases that we have available through the St. Athanasius School Library. You go to the library's website. Remember, first you go to the school website, go to Student Life, and then click on Library, and that takes you straight to the school library's website. Go to the top, and at the drop-down menu, it says Databases. And there you go. Here you have the first button that we have here is Periodical School, which I showed you how to use earlier this year. And then we have 3 different databases, one for elementary, one for middle school, and one for academic. And then I have an extra one with references for teachers. Any library in the state of New York has access to many databases through the state of New York, and I just picked out the ones that I thought would be most helpful to St. Athanasius students and put them on our website. So you can use either the elementary or middle school one. In this demonstration, I'll show you the middle school one. Just click on there. If you're accessing these databases from a computer that's located in the state of New York, you don't have to type in a password. If you are trying to access these outside of New York State, just send me an email and I'll send you the password to get in. So you can see that there are many different topics to choose from, 535 different topics. And there's also a search bar. So just like you would search for something in Google, you can type in a search, but instead of searching the entire internet, what this does is just going to search the information that's available in the database. So let's try a topic. With these types of searches, it's generally better to type in single words or simple phrases rather than a whole sentence or a question. So let's say I want to find out about the role of women in factories in World War II. So I'm going to type women, factories, World War II. And you see it already has several choices there. I'm just going to hit enter. And now it found many, many different sources. Reference just means any type of reference source. It could be a specialized dictionary or encyclopedia. Audio, it might be a radio program about the topic. biographies of different people, over 2,500 magazine articles on this topic, individual pictures, newspaper articles, videos, and primary sources. It seems like a lot, but remember that when you use Google or another internet search engine, you're going to get millions of results. So this really helps to narrow it down. You can also filter your results. You can tell it that you only want full text documents, which I recommend for this assignment that you do, because we don't have a way for you to access the other articles if they're not giving you the full text. You can limit it by publication date. So let's say you only wanted something that was published within the last 5 years. You could enter a custom date range. You can filter your results by subject, by the type of document. So let's say you only want articles or photographs, for example. Then that would limit your results and you could apply. And now you see I'm down to far fewer sources. So now let's say I want to look just at newspaper articles. I can click on news. And now you see that I have lots of different things to choose from. I can also do this, which is called search within. So it can actually search the articles for a specific term. So it looks like I'm getting here a lot of different results that are related to things. I wanted to find out about women as factory workers in World War II. So I'm going to type in factory. Okay, so here's an article. Rosie was a riveting war hero. Meet the women who shaped World War II history, one rivet at a time. And this is from a magazine called the Christian Science Monitor. And it's telling me here it was published in 2006. All right, so let me click on that article. And now I have the full text of the article. And you see I found an article about women doing factory jobs during World War II. So if this were a topic that I needed for a school assignment or just for my own personal interest in the topic, this is exactly what I would need. It gives me just some good information. With this particular database, you can also get the source citation that you can just copy and paste into your bibliography. And for this particular assignment, you're not required to do this, but you should just be aware that the New York Public Library has access to many more databases than we have at St. Athanasius. Generally, databases require a paid subscription. They're extremely expensive. They can be hundreds or even thousands of dollars a year, and many libraries pay for subscriptions for their users. So again, the only ones we have available through St. Athanasius are the ones I'm able to get for free from the state of New York, paid for with our tax dollars. But the New York Public Library also has access to many more, so that you're aware of that. If you go to nypl.org, that's the New York Public Library's website. If you click on research and then scroll down, it has here articles and databases. So there are 841 different databases available through the New York Public Library. And you can see that some of them here are limited by topic. You can see here 19th century British newspapers. So at some point, if you were doing an assignment that required you to find an article from a 19th century British newspaper, this is the database you would search. The databases that have a little globe next to it can be accessed from anywhere. You don't even need to be a member of the library. Just click on the link on the library's website and it'll take you straight there and you can use it. The ones that have a little house, you do need to have a New York Public Library card in order to access those, but you can access them remotely. So you would need the barcode on the back of your public library card plus a PIN number that if you have not set up before, you can set up at your local public library. The ones that have the library logo with the little lion, those you can only use inside one of the public library branches. And the reason for these differences depends on the terms of service between the database publisher and the public library. This publisher may only have agreed to allow patrons in the library to use this particular database. Sometimes a publisher will charge more for the library to allow its users to access the database from outside the library. And in some of those cases, the library may choose to go with the cheaper option, which is just to have it available at the library. Again, you don't need to use any of these for this particular assignment that you're doing for me, but you can if you want to, and I just wanted you to be aware that these resources are available. And if you have a decent library when you get to high school, it's very possible that your library at your high school will have additional databases available as well. Just make sure you check with your librarian when you get there. All right, so I hope you know now how to find a database article for your assignment. Let me know if you need any help. Just send me an email. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.